As a doctor, I see the flaw in our thinking. We've been told milk and calcium are the keys to strong bones, yet fractures in seniors are a silent epidemic. What if the real secret isn't just one ingredient, but a team of 3 powerful foods that work in synergy to truly rebuild your bone's foundation? Many view osteoporosis not as a disease, but as an unavoidable consequence of aging. This is a dangerous misconception. Think of it as a silent thief, operating for decades without a single symptom. It slowly, meticulously steals the very density and strength from your skeletal framework, leaving it porous and fragile. This process happens so quietly that the first sign is often the most devastating. A sudden, unexpected fracture from a minor fall or even a simple cough. It is a progressive condition, but crucially, it is one we can actively fight against with the right knowledge and strategy. The true impact of this silent crisis is measured in human terms. A hip fracture, for instance, isn't just a broken bone. For many seniors, it represents a catastrophic loss of independence. It can be the start of a downward spiral of reduced mobility, chronic pain, and a reliance on others for basic daily activities. The fear of falling becomes a constant companion, shrinking one's world and diminishing quality of life. This is the stark reality that statistics on bone density don't fully capture: the profound personal cost of a fragile skeleton, a cost we are often told is simply a part of getting older. For years, the primary weapon in our arsenal has been calcium. We've been encouraged to consume dairy products and take supplements, believing this was the ultimate solution. But this is a dangerously incomplete picture. Calcium is merely a brick. Imagine trying to build a strong wall by simply dumping a pile of bricks on the ground. Without mortar, without a blueprint, and without skilled masons to place them correctly, the bricks are not just useless. They can become a hazardous pile of rubble. This is what happens in the body when calcium is consumed in isolation, without its necessary partners to guide and use it. The problem with undirected calcium goes beyond mere ineffectiveness. When calcium isn't properly escorted into your bones, it has to go somewhere. Unfortunately, it often deposits in soft tissues where it doesn't belong. One of the most dangerous places for this is in your arteries, leading to a condition called arterial calcification. This hardens and stiffens the blood vessels, contributing to high blood pressure and significantly increasing the risk of heart attack and stroke. In our well-intentioned quest to strengthen our bones, we may be inadvertently harming our cardiovascular system, a paradox that highlights a deep flaw in conventional advice. The foundation of true health, and especially bone health, lies in a concept known as nutritional synergy. The human body is not a simple machine where one input equals one output. It's an incredibly complex orchestra where hundreds of nutrients must work in perfect harmony. Vitamins, minerals, and proteins interact in intricate ways, activating and supporting each other. Giving the body a massive dose of one nutrient, like calcium, without its synergistic partners is like asking a single violinist to play a full symphony. The result is not music, but noise. True bone regeneration requires the full orchestra playing in concert. To build a strong skeletal structure, our body relies on these crucial synergistic interactions. We need specific nutrients that act as the conductors, the project managers, and the architects of this internal construction project. It's not about finding one single magic bullet, but about understanding the team of key players that must be present for calcium to do its job effectively and safely. Without these essential cofactors, the building materials we consume are squandered, and the integrity of our bone matrix continues to decline, leaving us vulnerable and at risk despite our best efforts. Our bones are in a constant state of renewal, a dynamic process called remodeling. This process is managed by 2 types of cells: osteoclasts, which act like a demolition crew, breaking down old bone tissue, and osteoblasts, the construction crew that builds new, strong bone in its place. In youth, The builders work faster than the demolishers. With age and poor nutrition, this balance shifts, and the demolition crew takes over. The secret to rebuilding bone is to provide the nutrients that inhibit the demolishers and supercharge the builders, tipping the scales back in favor of construction. One of the most critical architects in this process is a vitamin you may not have heard much about, vitamin K2. Think of vitamin K2 as the traffic cop or the GPS for calcium. Its primary job is to activate proteins that direct calcium out of the bloodstream and soft tissues, like your arteries, and guide it directly into your bones where it is needed. Without sufficient vitamin K2, calcium is left to wander aimlessly throughout the body, potentially causing calcification and plaque buildup in the wrong places. It is the single most important nutrient for ensuring calcium ends up where it belongs. Another indispensable architect is magnesium. If vitamin K2 is the GPS, then magnesium is the site manager of the entire construction project. This mineral is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, including those essential for bone health. It helps convert vitamin D into its active form, which is necessary for calcium absorption in the gut. Furthermore, magnesium stimulates the hormone calcitonin, which helps draw calcium from the blood and soft tissues into the bones working, in tandem with vitamin K2, to ensure proper placement and utilization of this vital mineral. The third, and often overlooked architect, is collagen. We tend to think of bones as being hard, inert, rock-like structures. In reality, a healthy bone is a living tissue composed of a mineral component and a protein matrix. That protein matrix is primarily made of collagen. It provides the flexible, resilient framework, the rebar or scaffolding, upon which calcium and other minerals are deposited. Without a strong collagen matrix, bones become brittle and shatter easily, like glass. Collagen gives bones their toughness and ability to withstand impact without fracturing. To further illustrate the complexity, other micronutrients also play crucial supporting roles. Boron, for example, is a trace mineral that helps reduce the amount of calcium and magnesium lost through urine and enhances the function of vitamin D. Zinc is essential for the function of the bone-building osteoblast cells. This intricate web of dependencies underscores a vital point. You cannot isolate one nutrient and expect results. The entire team must be present and working together to build a truly resilient skeletal system that will support you throughout your life. This entire system of remodeling and rebuilding is a finely tuned biological process. The strength of your bones is a direct reflection of the quality of the raw materials you provide for this ongoing project. When the right team of nutrients is consistently available, the osteoblasts, your internal builders, are empowered to work efficiently. They can lay down a strong, flexible collagen matrix and then mineralize it properly, creating bone that is both dense and resistant to fracture. The key is providing these builders with everything they need through your diet. The first food that provides a critical directing agent is one you likely already know, but perhaps don't appreciate for its bone rebuilding power: dark leafy greens, specifically kale. While many greens are good, kale is a particular powerhouse. It stands out not for its calcium content, although it has some, but for its role as a master controller of where that calcium goes. Its true strength lies in providing one of the most important architectural nutrients that is severely lacking in the modern diet, giving your body precise instructions for bone construction. Kale's superpower comes from its exceptionally high concentration of vitamin K1. The body can convert vitamin K1 into the more crucial vitamin K2, the calcium GPS we discussed. A single cup of cooked kale provides over 10 times the daily recommended intake of vitamin K. It is also an excellent source of magnesium, the site manager mineral. This combination makes kale a 1-2 punch for bone health, providing both the guidance system for calcium, and a key mineral needed for its absorption and for activating vitamin D. The mechanism by which this works is elegant. Vitamin K activates a protein called osteocalcin. Think of osteocalcin as a biological glue. When activated, it has the unique ability to bind calcium ions and incorporate them directly into the bone matrix. Without enough vitamin K, osteocalcin remains inactive and cannot perform this crucial function. Consuming kale regularly ensures that your body has a steady supply of this vitamin, effectively turning on the glue that anchors calcium to your skeleton, making it denser and stronger. 2. Get the most out of kale. Preparation is key. Vitamin K is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means it requires fat to be properly absorbed by your body. Simply steaming or boiling kale is not enough. To unlock its full bone-building potential, be sure to consume it with a healthy fat. A simple drizzle of extra virgin olive oil or adding it to a dish with avocado or nuts is all it takes. This small step dramatically increases the bioavailability of its most important nutrient, ensuring it gets delivered to your system effectively. A common concern with leafy greens like kale and spinach is their oxalate content, which can bind to minerals like calcium and potentially hinder their absorption. While this is a valid point, the effect is often overstated. The benefits of the vitamins and other compounds in these greens far outweigh the oxalate issue. Furthermore, simple cooking methods like steaming or boiling can significantly reduce the oxalate levels, making the minerals more accessible to your body. Do not let this minor concern deter you from this bone-building superstar. By consistently including kale in your diet, you are directly addressing one of the most critical weaknesses in the typical approach to bone health. You are providing the master signal that tells calcium where to go. This single action helps prevent the dangerous misplacement of calcium in your arteries, while simultaneously ensuring that this vital mineral is being used for its intended purpose, to fortify and mineralize your skeletal framework. It is the first and perhaps most fundamental step in taking control of your bone density. Now that we have the director, we need to ensure a supply of high-quality building materials and another key activator. The second food on our list accomplishes this beautifully, providing a perfect synergy of components in a single convenient package. This food is canned sardines, but with one very important caveat. You must eat the bones. These tiny, soft, edible bones are where the true magic for your skeleton lies, offering a combination of nutrients that is nearly impossible to find elsewhere in nature. The power of sardines comes from their unique nutritional profile. They are one of the best natural sources of vitamin D, a critical hormone-like vitamin that is essential for absorbing calcium from your gut. Without enough vitamin D, most of the calcium you consume will simply pass through your body unused. Furthermore, the tiny, edible bones provide a highly bioavailable form of calcium. You are consuming the exact mineral matrix that you want to build in your own body, making it incredibly easy for your system to recognize and utilize. We often focus on bone density, but bone quality is just as important. A key component of quality is flexibility, which comes from the collagen protein matrix. Sardines are also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which have powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic inflammation can accelerate the activity of the osteoclasts, the cells that break down bone. By reducing inflammation, the omega-3s in sardines help to protect your existing bone structure, creating a more favorable environment for the bone-building osteoblasts to do their work. Integrating sardines into your diet is simpler than you might think. Look for sardines packed in olive oil or water, not inflammatory vegetable oils. The easiest way is to mash them on a piece of whole-grain toast with a squeeze of lemon and some fresh parsley. They can also be tossed into salads for a powerful protein and nutrient boost or mixed into pasta sauces. Just 2 to 3 servings per week can make a significant difference in your intake of these crucial bone-building nutrients. The synergy between our first two foods is where the real power becomes evident. The kale provides the vitamin K to direct the calcium and the magnesium to help activate vitamin D. The sardines then deliver that essential vitamin D and a highly absorbable form of calcium. It's a perfect partnership. One food provides the instructions, and the other provides the materials and the key to unlock absorption. Together, they create a comprehensive support system that far surpasses taking any single supplement in isolation. Consuming sardines with their bones is a direct way to nourish your own skeleton. You are providing a trifecta of bone-perfected nutrients. The very mineral that forms the hard structure of bone, calcium, the vitamin required to absorb that mineral, vitamin D, and the healthy fats that protect the bone from inflammatory damage. It is a complete package designed by nature to build and maintain a strong skeletal system. This food addresses the material and absorption part of the equation with unparalleled efficiency. We now have the director and the high-quality materials. But there is a third, often ignored element, a catalyst that can actively enhance the bone-building process and protect against bone loss in a unique way. Our third food is the most surprising of all, an unlikely hero in the world of bone health that is often dismissed due to its sugar content. This food is the simple, humble prune, or as it's also known, the dried plum. Its effects on bone metabolism are so profound that they have been the subject of dedicated scientific research. The reason prunes are so special is not just one nutrient, but a unique combination of compounds. They are a good source of vitamin K, reinforcing the effects of our first food. More importantly, they are one of the richest dietary sources of the trace mineral boron. Boron is a critically underrated player in bone health. It plays a key role in extending the half-life of vitamin D and estrogen in the body, both of which are vital for maintaining bone density. It also helps to reduce the amount of calcium and magnesium that is lost through the urine. Beyond the vitamins and minerals, prunes are packed with unique phenolic compounds, such as neochlorogenic and chlorogenic acids. These powerful antioxidants appear to have a direct effect on bone cells. Research suggests they work by down-regulating the factors that lead to the formation and activity of osteoclasts, the cells responsible for bone breakdown. In essence, these compounds tell the demolition crew to take a break, which gives the bone-building osteoblasts a significant advantage in the remodeling process. Remarkably, clinical studies have backed this up with compelling evidence. Research published in journals like the British Journal of Nutrition has shown that postmenopausal women who ate a serving of about 5 to 6 prunes per day showed significant improvements in bone mineral density and a reduction in markers of bone turnover compared to those who didn't. They were able to not just prevent bone loss, but in some cases even reverse it. This suggests a powerful, direct biological effect on skeletal health. The key to incorporating prunes is moderation and smart pairing. A serving size of 5 to 6 prunes per day is all that is needed to see a benefit. To mitigate any effect on blood sugar, it's best to consume them with a source of protein and healthy fat, such as a handful of walnuts or almonds. This slows down the absorption of the sugar and provides a satisfying, nutrient-dense snack. They can be eaten on their own, chopped into oatmeal or added to yogurt. With prunes, we complete the bone-rebuilding trio. We have the director, kale, the high-quality materials and absorption key, sardines, and now the catalyst and protector, prunes. The prunes work on a different axis, actively suppressing the breakdown of bone while providing unique minerals that enhance the overall hormonal and nutritional environment. This three-pronged attack provides a comprehensive strategy that is far more powerful than focusing on a single nutrient or food. Let's visualize how this powerful trio works together on your plate. The kale, with its vitamin K, acts as the GPS, ensuring that any calcium you consume is sent directly to your bone matrix. The sardines deliver a payload of highly absorbable calcium and the vitamin D needed to get it into your system in the first place. Finally, the prunes come in with their unique blend of boron and antioxidants, reducing bone breakdown and enhancing the body's use of other bone-building nutrients. It's a perfect system of checks, balances, and boosts. A practical day of eating for bone health could look like this. Start your morning with a smoothie that includes a handful of kale. For lunch, have a large salad topped with a tin of sardines. And for an afternoon snack, enjoy 5 prunes with a small handful of almonds. This simple plan, without any drastic changes, has already provided your body with the complete team of nutrients it needs to actively build stronger bones. It's not about restriction, it's about strategic addition of these powerhouse foods. Just as important as what you add is what you avoid. There are bone robbers in the modern diet that can undo your hard work. Chief among them are excess sugar and processed foods, which promote chronic inflammation and accelerate bone loss. Sodas, particularly colas containing phosphoric acid, can leach calcium from your bones. An excessive intake of caffeine and alcohol can also interfere with calcium absorption and bone formation. Minimizing these is a critical part of any bone-strengthening strategy. Diet provides the building blocks, but your body needs a signal to use them. That signal is weight-bearing exercise. Activities like walking, jogging, dancing, or light weightlifting put a healthy stress on your bones. This stress signals to the osteoblasts that they need to get to work, reinforcing the skeleton to handle the load. The combination of the right nutrients from your diet and the right stimulus from exercise is the ultimate formula for creating and maintaining a strong, resilient skeletal frame for life. The most important shift to make is in your mindset. You are not a passive victim of the aging process. Bone loss is not your destiny. By understanding the science of nutritional synergy and making conscious, targeted additions to your diet, you're taking an active role in your health. This is not a temporary diet, but a lifelong strategy for building vitality from the inside out. Consistency is far more important than perfection. Every meal is an opportunity to nourish and strengthen your foundation. You have the power to become the architect of your own skeletal health. It's not about relying on a single pill or a single food, but about embracing a holistic strategy that provides your body with the full spectrum of tools it requires. By nourishing your bones with this trio of synergistic foods and signaling the need for strength through movement, you are taking decisive action to ensure your future is one of strength, mobility, and independence. You are building a body that is designed to last. Remember, rebuilding your bones goes far beyond just calcium. It's about providing the complete construction crew, the director, the framework, and the catalyst. By strategically adding kale, sardines, and prunes to your life, you are giving your body the precise tools it needs to fortify itself from the inside out, building a foundation of strength and vitality for years to come. Which of these 3 powerful foods will you add to your plate this week? Let me know in the comments below. If this video gave you a new perspective on your health, share it with someone you love and subscribe for more health secrets decoded by science.